Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching Exploration by Incognito mode of Internet Historian. Let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, go.
Brought to you by NordVPN. Exploration. Exploration! What is exploration? Ah, no one's climbed this one before. Whee! Witness this moment, Mogul. Make a note, boy. Yeah, I used to plow once, but I've given it up. Now I'm more of an explorer. Now I'm...
Either I'm too stupid or these are the best jokes, man. What the fuck? Listen up. That's actually fucking funny though. That's so funny.
more of an explorer.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe I should explore my sexuality.
Oh, don't. We had enough fucking genders already.
Under the ocean, I'm afraid there's not much to see. A gun.
The fuck? Wait, no.
Much to see. A gun.
Oh shit. Is that a reference? Because I know the reference. There was no Xbox controller, was it?
Not much to see.
No, there isn't.
A gun.
But Implosion seems right. You see bits at least. Who's on the film
First
with you?
things first,
Oh,
a little
lovely.
bit of admin.
Love his guests. I really love his
Happy
guests.
Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, thank you.
I just wanted to let you know, in honor
to you too.
of you, my friend, I'm going to avoid using any homophobic slurs for the rest of the month.
Well, maybe just for the next 10 minutes.
Look, I'm still going to say them, but I just won't say them with as much vitriol. How about that?
I'll pull a
What's
Taze
the
on day
point
and
then?
pull away from the mic to say them.
Jesus.
Imagine
That's
that. Like, we're
dangerous.
just having a chat, and then you just hear like a quiet,
That's dangerous, especially with your condense mics, because they take the whispers even.
you imagine that? Like we're just having a chat, and then you just hear like a quiet slur, like, just in the mic.
Everybody will fucking hear it.
You're right. What, did you say something?
No,
Nope.
no, I didn't.
And of course you've got your Discord set up so that like it's so sensitive that it picks up even the smallest sounds.
Yeah.
Ah, the best.
That's really funny.
You always do that because sometimes in games you're not. To be fair, headset mics are so much better when you're gaming because they always keep the same distance from your mouth. When you're gaming and you do some crazy movement with your body, sometimes in FPS games like Hunt Showdown gives you a heart attack every time you encounter PvP. It's just that honest. So I jump a lot, and my mic just is here. Sometimes they don't hear me, so I had to just took the sensitivity out of the question.
All right, what did you actually want to talk about?
It's impossible. Lovely. Never want to visit
We're
there.
flying to Hawaii in a couple of months. When you look at that on the map, oh boy, those dudes be out there. I feel like in general that would be quite a
It's so hot
relaxing
and
living
humid.
for the last
T.S.
several
told
thousand
me
years.
every time.
Just chilling, eating fish and fucking coconuts and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was fairly brutish.
It's fun for a week.
as well. Like Captain Cook, he died in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he got run over by a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, that's right. And he got killed by the locals. And one of the reasons for that was they became very scared of the Europeans because this was their second voyage over. And the first time, someone went on the ship sick. They go, guys, does anyone have a cold? Does anyone have a flu? Serious, you can't come. You can't come if you're
Guys.
sick. No,
Oh,
I swear,
no.
it's just my allergies. It's just the sea air. All right. And then
Fuck
they brought him
us
along and
all.
they sneezed
You
on one of the
fucked
locals,
us
and
all.
then, 90% of the population died.
Just ran up and sneezed on him.
And then he went back to England or whatever. And in the meanwhile, the Hawaiians are going, what the heck? They put a curse on us. And then Captain Cook shows up again and he's going, I'm loving this. This was brilliant last time. They had coconut bras. They had coconut cocktails.
Coconut music.
Yeah.
No,
They didn't
but-
have horses, but they would clap the coconut halves together. Bra skirt, loving it. especially when there was a strong breeze.
Lovely.
Hawaiian shirts.
But
Water on
okay, that was a smooth. That face is so smooth.
Was a strong breeze.
Hawaiian shirts.
Water on
Bro,
coconut half
look
together.
at that.
Grass skirt, loving it.
Look at the
Especially when
back of her. I can't. It's a video of a young dude, bro. He put a PNG at the back of his head too. That's P Photoshop. That's
It's a strong
Holy
breeze.
Hawaiian shirts.
lovely.
Water on TV. And anyway, they were loving it, and then all of a sudden they see the natives and they're running up, and this time they got spears, and they're going, What's going on?
What the,
then-
fuck? What the hell, man?
unleash the
Pretty sure I
curse
heard something
bugs.
different. That doesn't seem right.
Were you calling me a liar?
I don't, hey, I
To
don't
be
know.
fucking honest, Fulu would be dangerous to like, especially a Fulu that's been in modern civilization, and modern I say, modern-ish civilization, and has been treated with some medicine. He is resistant to some medicine eventually. So you basically gave them super Fulu. And the majority of them probably.
Pretty sure I heard
did,
something
right?
different. That doesn't seem right.
Were you calling me a liar?
Unless
I
you
don't, hey, I don't
kind
know.
of
I heard something
develop
different.
your immune
Let me
system
Google.
immediately.
I'll Google it. Look, I found these ladies. They will be the arbiters of the whole thing.
Cook is, horrible because he brought disease. He's not terribly important. The best thing about him is that we killed him.
Oh no,
No, hold on. Let her cook. This is-
Maybe.
it's-
Okay.
it's not very nice.
I'm glad we ate him.
It's just stupid.
His diseases to the Maoris, to the Tahitians, whatever, we can stay. We Hawaiians took care of this problem here. We killed Cook.
They didn't know about germ theory. He didn't
Holy
know.
shit. No one
The lady
knew.
didn't give us any substantial information.
Jesus.
So we
No
consulted
one knew
Wikipedia
shit back
as to
then. Bro, people were eating cocaine. Just outright. In everything. Kids were eating
what
it.
actually happened. Okay, so here's what happened. So Cook, right? He returns, and it's not just him. There's other people with him. They return to Hawaii,
Yep.
and they need to do repairs because their ship, the mast is broken. While they're
Shit.
doing that, there's a series of thefts from Cook's camp. It says here that they stole iron tongs and baskets.
Oh.
So it's like it's the valuable stuff, you gotta keep that in the vault.
The real high value items.
So they put up with the thieving.
How
and
is
the
a
pinching
basket
for a
high
while,
value?
But then,
Fishing.
So they've got these boats, right? So they park them in the ocean. You don't want to get too close to the beach. You don't want to get stuck on the shore. So
Oh,
you then
sure.
take these little boats all the way to the shore, and they're called cutters. At one point, they discovered
All right.
someone's stolen one of our little boats.
Yo.
So the next day, Cook and about 10 of his dudes, they march ashore, right? And they go up to the Hawaiian king, and his name is like Turiabu.
Yo.
And they go, "You're coming with us, fella. We're going to take you as a hostage, and then we're going to force the natives to return the boats, please. Also, I want those tongs back and that basket."
And also, how did you possibly get past our security to steal the tongs and basket?
What?
In
Everyone
the
was
chaos,
asleep.
when they're trying to take the king, a Hawaiian chief shows up.
Okay.
What the fuck? These images are the
And his
best.
name is
man.
like Kalimu, and he's shot and killed.
Real bad
was a-
timing on his part.
What the
Things
fuck?
have escalated from tongs and boats to murder.
I like to imagine he just pops into the
Fuck
hut
Cook.
like, oh, hey guys, what's happening here? Bang!
God damn
So
it.
just real wrong place, wrong time.
I got those 10 Hawaiian pizzas you ordered.
Pizza time.
So the natives, they get angry.
Understandably.
Cook and his crew, they take off running. They're going back for the longboats.
Yep.
They're like, "We got to get out of there. We got to get off this island. We've made a big mistake.
Yep.
Huge." And then while they're pushing their boats into the water, Cook and the crew are attacked by the natives. Uh-oh. Now, they're fighting, and it's like, it's all in slow motion. And Cook turns around, he shoots and he kills a native warrior. At that
Oh
he is
my
being
God!
struck, and Cook turns around, he shoots and he kills a
You
native
fucking missed.
warrior. At that point, he is then struck with a
Then why
wooden
did he go
club,
down?
And then someone stabs him with an iron dagger.
Yes.
Real like level 1 goblin items to be killed by. he took a collective 12 damage from that.
Cook then fell down, and he, along with 4 other soldiers, were never seen again by the men who escaped back to the Resolution, which is the big ship, And then they like weirdly preserved his body and did a whole bunch of things. We can't show the images. It's very gruesome. I think they kind of liked him by the end. Yeah, at least once he was dead.
It's hard to be angry at a body, I guess.
Yeah, interesting.
That is
How gruesome are they in the
very
like,
different
scale
to
of
what I was
1 to
led
10?
believe. I would like to know how this.
I
other
wouldn't
chief
mind
was
a
shot and
3.
killed. Well, I suppose the instigating event was the theft, but that definitely escalated it a little bit. Like, how do you go
It's
from-
like
The chief might have
attempted
attacked him or
genocide.
Okay, yeah, if it was a self-defense, then that would make a bit more sense. I'm so sorry to the editor who has to proofread all the nonsense that I've like, all the nonsense and half-truths.
Yeah, things that we've like overheard in a fever dream. When
Yeah, like vague heard half of at a pub
when
because
we're in the club, or we're in the like somewhere cool.
yeah,
You have a dream.
Just with an ear to a glass at the toilet stall and
What?
at the kebab shop, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a good fact.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna put that's going
what else happened?
right in the brain, right in the memory hole for later.
What's
You're gonna
with
love this
like
one.
fucking
Ad time. Nordman,
Like,
I sentence
what do you call it,
to
random?
2 years in the prison.
never go to
slapper.
random.
But I'm innocent. And just so you learn a lesson, here's 4 additional months.
Fuck yes. To be fucking honest, that's useless. Cut that for additional knife and reduce the price. I'd rather have a 2-year with additional reduced price than, and you know what's gonna use 2-year? Make it 1 year with like 2 months off. Like you pay for 10 months and then you get 12 months. Make it like that and people will pay for it. This is just like ridiculous. No one's gonna be alive in 2 years and 4 months for a VPN. No one's gonna remember if they have that VPN in 1 year. People have so many subscriptions nowadays. So yeah, that the counting and you like not remembering every 2 year and 4 months, which is ridiculous, and renewing it automatically based on the like increased like prices at that point. So this is new, so this is still stands.
Welcome to my life. In Schnord-Schnank. Redemption.
Because I use NordVPN, it's good,
It's hella
but the
deep.
deals
They
just,
track your
what the
every
fuck?
move.
Prisoners, it's time for cookies. I hope you'll
Fuck
accept
me.
them.
There's no privacy in this jail.
I hope you'll accept them.
It's just a disclaimer.
There's no privacy in this jail at all.
There is never any privacy ever.
We
Fuck.
have trackers all over this prison, and we're gonna use that to collect data and sell it to marketers. But someone here has been using a VPN, and I have a suspicion of who it is.
I'll never rat out my crew, Warden.
Have it your way then.
Oh my
Just let me out,
god.
Warden. You don't have to make this such a huge deal.
Fuck off!
Wait a
To
minute.
be fair, that room is
Something in my
terrifying.
prison wallet.
Kid, if you ever find yourself in the
What
hole,
the fuck?
use
It
this.
says Rayman Legends.
Daily eSIM.
The Sailor eSIM gives you 20 gigabytes of mobile data, which you can use anywhere in the world. And
Yo,
then you pair it with the NordVPN app, and then you're totally anonymous as well, and you can pretty much go anywhere and
what the fuck? Can you go in the high seas with this as a pirate?
anything.
A gift when you sign
'Cause
up
I would
to
choose that
NordVPN.
Hello, Nord 24 hour support hotline. I'm in solitary and I'm feeling very alone right now.
Where did he go? Impossible!
Come with me.
I can't. I belong here. But where are you gonna go, kid?
With Nord's thousands of servers around the globe, anywhere but here.
Final call for the flight. All passengers please line up by the gate.
Not leaving so soon, are you?
Oh no, who?
I changed my mind about it. Saily man?
No
I
shit.
sentence you to a life sentence with me.
Oh my god, yes. Happy Pride Month.
Nordy Dufresne was never seen again by authorities. But he went on to commit many, many more crimes. So get
Aw,
NordVPN
the best
today.
duo.
NordVPN.com/.
NordVPN.
Get a huge deal on a 2-year
That's a
plan
lovely way of
plus
saying
4
VPN.
extra months. And when you sign up using my link, you get a free
I can't.
eSIM with Saley. Hey, that's pretty good. Would you live at the bottom of the ocean?
Absolutely not. Not even.
No.
I don't even want to think about it. No. Look, I played Bioshock 1 and 2. That seems like an awful idea. It'd be fun to visit, maybe. But
I'd quite like to live under the ocean.
really?
That seems really neat, you know. live
Listen,
in
the
a
problem isn't. The problem with Bioshock isn't the city. The problem with Bioshock is the way Ryan, runs the city. And the way Atlas, you know what happened. It's just not the doctrine wasn't working. And you need outside support a lot. You can go out like Colombia. Because even they had problems. To be fucking honest. But holy shit.
I'd quite like to live under the ocean.
Really?
That seems really neat, you know, live in a big glass semicircle.
You have like a chute, like a window that just opens up and just fish pour in, you close it, and that's your dinner. I just like to imagine like some 1950s housewife just opening up the windows to get some air in and just a bunch of fish flopping. The apple pie on the windowsill just gets obliterated.
Oh, fuck no.
Now, I wanted to show you this because I saw this
God
the
damn
other day
it.
and I thought it was very neat. Okay, so this is a very cool
Deep sea
channel. It's
hub,
called
oh, shit.
Natural World Facts, right? And this particular video is on brine pools. And so what happens is, at the bottom of the ocean, there are different levels of salinity, and sometimes you end up with these pockets of exceedingly salty water. And they're usually filled with like sulfur and lots of other bad stuff too.
Yeah, right.
So
Oh,
it's
I
like,
love
this
to
guy's, here's this crab,
pick
and he's
up
loving
one
it, and look at all his
top.
muscles.
Oh,
Brilliant.
It's
you'd be stoked.
Absolutely. And then there's a pool over here with other bad stuff too.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, this guy's, here's this crab, and he's loving it, and look at all
Yeah.
these muscles.
Oh,
Brilliant.
you'd be stoked.
Absolutely. And then there's a pool over here, and somehow it's breached its wall, and then it's just slid downhill, and it spills out like a river running through the bottom of the ocean across the sea floor. And it just finds like its lowest point, right? Because it's heavier than the rest of the water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And there's all these like oysters that are like, it's great being down here, lower than the brine pool.
Oh my
I'm
God.
loving this.
Look at those idiots up there stuck in the brine pool, unlike us. Downhill chads.
What does it do
Falling down
though?
here
When
all
it-
the time. We're getting
Oh,
big.
God.
We love it.
The downhill chad versus the brine
To
pool
be fucking,
virgin.
to be fucking
And
honest,
then it's like, hey, what's that?
are those
What's that
eatables for
smell? Is it
humans?
getting darker? 5 seconds later, he's like, I can't get out of the way. I can't get out of the way. And they just get devastated.
What
So
the
it
fuck
really
is
like the Goo
what
Lagoon
does
and
it do?
SpongeBob, like how they have water. It's the sequel to
Yes.
water. There's water inside water. It's crazy that it is just so much darker. Like in a fantasy game, that would be the void or the
Holy
dark
shit!
evil
Yeah, it's
that
like the
seeps across the
scourge,
land.
the
Look at
rot.
these stupid fish. Like, they can see it's just death incarnate, and then,
What's down here?
oh, I'm dying. I'm
Fuck.
dying. I'm dead.
To be honest,
Fish are
humans
stupid.
do
I think
that
if they
too
had eyebrows,
sometimes.
would feel bad for them,
Right.
but they don't. So like, if
Yeah.
you saw someone like throw a puppy off a cliff,
Oh my god! What the
Right.
fuck?
but like discusing a fish off a cliff, that would honestly
No
be
one
one of
gives
the
a
funniest things
fuck.
I've ever seen. They're so
And they will
alien
be
looking
alive.
and kind of moat that you don't really feel bad for them. I feel like being a fish is literally the worst animal you could roll. Because like,
Nah, you have to like 3D movement all the time. We have to fucking build planes to go up, man. It sucks. A fish can go like fucking absurd levels of insane aviation. To be fair, it's not aviation, but again, it's like water. But again, that's in their universe, and they have a fucking loads of it. They have more than us, so fuck fish. Fuck them. They fucking suck. They taste delicious. So tuna is awesome. The rest, I don't know. There's some good fishes. Sardines the worst. I always hated eating sardines back then. My dad loved them. Loved them.
at least if you're a land mammal, you can at least see the world around you.
Right.
Fish is like, you can see at most 2 to 5 meters in front of you.
Yeah, you got your eyes at the side of your head.
At any point, you can just get Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare by like a bigger fish, of which there is like infinite amounts.
Unless you're the big fish.
Wow, look, a tasty morsel. That thing looks delicious. So I go and I take a little bite.
Yeah, it works every time. It
Something's
sucks.
pulling on my face. Something's pulling on my fucking face. And then you
Jesus
know what?
Christ.
You might pull a cool trick, and somehow you might get loose of the line, and you go, "Whoa, that wasn't a tasty morsel at all. I got tricked. Oh, there's something in my mouth." And you've just got the hook now
no.
forever. It's like, there's something between my teeth. Steve, could you get this?
Could you imagine just having, even just the idea of like something between your teeth and you can't do anything about it? But imagine, then just having like a piece of shrapnel in your face.
Yeah, like
just
it's
stuck
piercing
there.
that you never wanted.
Not only do you not have the capability of removing it, nobody you know
else
does.
And no one feels any sympathy either. At best, you get a, "Oh, you got a new piercing."
Yeah. Damn, Jeff's gone metal, huh?
Well, I think it's because no matter what,
This is
the
fucked
fish's
up,
life
actually, now that we
ends
talk
in
about
in
the,
a
like,
brutal and violent way.
Pain.
Yes.
There is no fish retirement.
The fish grows old and grey and slumps off from the herd to die a peaceful
Darkness.
life amongst the trees. And
Hold my fin.
I see the light. No, it's getting eaten, torn apart. Your cheeks
Rip.
getting pulled by a rod. You're getting dissolved by stomach acid alongside 500 other fish in the whale's gut.
Jesus.
You're drowning in saltier water. There's
Oh,
there's
salty
good
water.
out
No.
for a
That's
fish.
what it
'Cause,
does,
the idea of
okay.
being a fish is like, you're in like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 24/7.
Every
like,
direction they turn around.
Was it dark? Was it black? It looks
You're
like
literally
fucking...
running 24/7, except you've also got 2 extra
shot
axes
and
to deal with because a fish could come from above or below too.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
You can't like
the
hide
best.
behind a bush. I guess you could hide in some rocks on the seabed, and also visibility, right? Like unless
You
you're in
can
crystal
hide.
clear
You can
waters.
hide like
And
this.
There's no way that they're not weirded out by the deep sea fish either. Like, they must be looking at some of those guys and being like, they
Hey,
look fucking
Steve.
weird.
But you reckon they're like, it's like they can't bring it up. Kind of offensive. Like,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they're just like, they're little fish kids. They go, no, don't be insensitive. Hey.
it's like when a child says,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they're just like, they're little fish kids. They go, no, don't be insensitive. Hey.
It's
is
like
that
when a child sees like a disabled person and starts like pointing at them or whatever, and just like, no, that's just how they are. It's okay.
They look so fucking ugly, to be fucking honest.
Would you ever want to
Oh
climb
my
a
god.
mountain?
I wouldn't climb a mountain. I'd walk up one.
Some
I would
kind
never
of
do
cute if
Everest.
they had this much.
There's like a pretty high percentage chance you don't get out of that.
I
Yeah.
just don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
You got to take like
It's beautiful,
3
though.
weeks off work.
Yeah, there's a good chance
an
you'll just
accomplishment
die
for
in
something.
one of the worst ways, like either getting crushed or rolling down a hill or falling down a crevasse and breaking your leg and just starving
just-
to death. Like there's innumerable ways
Hypothermia,
you could
yeah.
die. I'm sure the view is spectacular.
I don't think it is. I think you can barely see anything.
That's
Why
what I'm
can't
saying.
they
But
get
even what you do
chopper,
see
though?
is like when it's something like this, like the image you have there. It's like, oh, you just see more snowy rocks. It's not like you climb to the
Yeah.
top of a nice hill in Yellowstone Valley.
There's
or
no
something.
nice restaurant up there.
No, exactly. You're not uncovering like a hidden lagoon or
No.
valley or something.
That's the
Especially
best
like
part.
Mount Everest as well. You're doing it with like 600,000 other people. So it's like I've heard during peak time of the year, it's literally like a conga line to the top of the
Yeah.
mountain. So it's not even like you're like a bold explorer going where no one's gone before. Didn't someone do it in like shorts?
just
One
bans
of
of
those like
people
guys
now.
who says they can
God
control
damn.
their body temperature. I'm not kidding. I think a guy did do that. Is it? Yeah, it's Wim Hof. I thought it was him. The Iceman says he's able to like regulate his body
I mean,
temperature and shit.
there must be something to it if he can.
Yeah.
If he didn't
Is it
die.
fucking
You're,
alcohol?
like you're
Does that to you?
several $1,000s at Kathmandu.
He looks quite red.
Kidding yourself out, and you just see some guy.
Yeah, it feels like you're way topping
Or maybe he's
everybody.
just so...
It's already impressive to
meditating.
climb to the top, and now he's like doing it even better than you.
Holy
He's like, come on, man, at
fuck.
least let me have this. Wasn't Dark Souls,
He's
you
just
can pick a
adapted to
class
that
and
fucking
you can be
temperature, seems like.
is it
Holy shit.
deprived or something. You're just in your.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you mean.
He's just combat rolling to the top of the top of the mountain.
We got passive healing.
Okay, let me tell you what I explored.
Okay.
I explored the bookshop on the weekend.
That's like
Yes.
a mental exploration.
I used to have a lot of books. Like a lot of books.
You seem well read.
I'm
Why?
not particularly well-read. Well-read. But what happened was, I used to buy books for $1.
Sure.
Very quickly, I accumulated a lot of books.
Jesus
Anyway, I
fucking
moved
Christ.
to
All mass print stuff like Penguin Classics bought on Amazon, nothing valuable.
one place, and then a
Fuck.
flood happened. And then I moved to another place. They
No
got
one's gonna
kind of
steal
left
books,
to
come
the
on.
elements, and so much dust got in there. So I went full 1930s mode, and I had a fire in the
You did a
backyard
book burning.
I had a book burning of my own
Yes.
stuff. And I
Nice.
thought, I'm just going to start the collection again. And so this weekend, I went to the bookstore and I got some better books. Some books.
$2.
I got some books with pictures.
Oh my
So
fucking
comics
god.
or like children's books.
So they've got a
Yowie.
whole aisle now dedicated to
To be fair,
manga.
Yao is hot.
I think it's pronounced mango.
And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what all the fuss is about. And so they had these books on like Junji Ito, and I thought, well, yeah, it's quite spooky. I like spooky stories.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yep.
So I got a couple of those. I'm wandering around, and I get to the like mystical aisle, and I thought, oh, this would be funny. I'll
What the
I'll
fuck
buy
is a
a
myst-
story and like
Oh, lovely.
a book on witchcraft. And then when
Yo,
people come down
wait,
and
so
visit-
wait, manga is right next to witchcraft and next to it. I love to visit
I'll like leave it
Australia
on the coffee
someday.
table, and I'll tell people that historians really into this stuff now.
Oh, dog-eared with like a bookmark in it. And...
Yeah, yeah. So I'm in that sort of aisle, and there's a whole bunch of tarot cards there.
Oh.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
That's
So I
fun.
look at those. I pick it up, and the box feels very light. I mean, oh, that's weird. And it says on a sticker, please see at the counter. They can't trust tarot cards in the store regular. Interesting. So I went to the front door. So I'm in that sort of aisle, and there's a whole bunch of tarot cards there.
Oh.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. So I
fun.
look at those. I pick it up, and the box feels very light. I mean, oh, that's weird. And it says on a
Oh. 42 euros? Or that's cent? That's Australian cent. Because that looks like pound. Or euro.
sticker, please see at the counter. They can't trust tarot cards in the store regular. Interesting. So I went to the front counter, and I bought my couple of books, and I said to the lady, "Why are all the tarot cards behind the counter?" And she goes, "There's so much shoplifting of tarot cards. It's like the most stolen thing in the whole store."
Oh wow. I would not have picked that.
No, I
To be
wouldn't.
fair, it's fairly easy to do. They're small. They probably don't have any security measures against them because they're cheap as fuck. And they still bleed the store because so many people seem to want them.
Either. I thought that was so interesting. And I said,
So it's fucked.
what's number 2? And then she
Either
points
way.
down at my book. She goes, "We've got a copy."
What?
And I said, "So what's number 2? And then she points down at my book.
Oh.
She goes, "We've got a copy of Berserk up the back, and we don't even keep it at the front counter.
Yeah.
We keep it in the like storage out the back."
That does not surprise me
Jesus
because I've
Christ.
tried to buy the first edition of Berserk, so I'm like, I want to read this, but it's never anywhere, and I just
Yeah.
assumed, it's so popular that it's sold out. But that makes way more sense that people were just shanghaiing it.
Yeah, and people want to just
She also said
have
that,
it.
Well, the reason
and
that the
die
tarot
with it.
cards are stolen so often is because they're so easy to resell.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure. Would stealing them
Oh,
not
makes
imbue them
sense.
with some dark energy, or does that like?
Free is lovely, bro. Free. Someone just wants to. Someone just wants to. Wait, you can buy shit on Facebook. I didn't know Facebook had a marketplace. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Sure. Would stealing them not imbue
Maybe they
them
just
with
want to
some dark
spread the
energy,
like
or does that, activate
ideologies
their
of
powers?
tarot
Now,
carding.
ironically, if the store actually used the tarot cards, they would know that they're about to get
Straight
stolen
phantom.
from.
At least could
Yeah,
have
it's like
please
how no one
fool.
steals a Ouija board because you always see it coming.
It's funny how recent Ouija boards are.
Yeah, I've heard it's Parker Brothers thing. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was just some goofy board game from like the 60s.
Got questions? Don't be left in
It's
the dark.
fun.
New glow-in-the-dark
It's fun,
Ouija.
but
Maybe like
again,
a
it's,
mousetrap turned out to be haunted or something.
Oh, yeah.
to be honest, So what, would they all pretend that it's moving back then? Everyone always moves it. Everyone. Always moves it. And back in the 80s, how is it a board game though? As isn't fun to get scared over. I mean, to be fair, the
like if
person
the
who's
mousetrap turned out
moving
to
is
be
probably
horny or
having fun.
Oh yeah, no,
Lots
I like
of fun.
that. It's like, whatever you do, do not go seeking the cheese. I did once. And boy, do I regret
Where
it.
is the cheese?
Do you remember the mousetrap ad?
It's
That's
a
the
crazy
only thing I-
contraption. Wait,
No, it's the crazy action.
contraption.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Action, the crazy contraption.
contraption, the fun is catching its mousetrap.
Fuck.
what they
Love
should
it.
have for the tarot cards, they're plated in such a way that you just want to steal them. Even if you have no interest in stealing tarot cards, you're like, oh, I could fully take that so easily.
Yeah.
But you do, and then all of a sudden you start hearing like
Oh
clicks and
shit!
dings, small ball bearings rolling around. A giant plastic cage lands on top of you.
Oh my god!
That works with OSHA, but I reckon we could get it.
That
pushed
giant
through.
plastic is not gonna weigh that much. And if it does, Jesus, that's a dense
Old
plastic.
video games, especially old online games, are very creepy in a very liminal space kind of way.
That's true.
You know, the graphics are all like very outdated, and you'll be playing games where there'll be the implication of a wider world, but there's you just know, and the reality is there's nothing there.
Fuck
Like if
yeah.
I could just jump over this wall, I'm in a void.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, like you're playing Pokemon or something, and you actually manage to move the truck, and there's
Yeah.
a door.
And you step into the door.
Yeah, and you go inside.
Wait, what? It's possible?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, like you're playing
fuck is that?
Pokemon or something, and you actually manage to move the truck, and there's
Yeah.
a door.
And you step into the door.
Yeah, and you go inside,
Yo.
right? And it's like a liminal space, which is very scary.
Yeah.
And
This
it's
is
like
called-
a cave. You're expecting to encounter Dugtrio and Zubats, but
Yep.
instead it's nothing. As I walked through the cave, it got darker and darker, and I started to notice some
Oh, this is a-
strange things. There were skeletons.
Creepypasta?
What's the bit? It's called like Pokemon Death Black.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
to be
thing.
called
Oh, okay, it's a
Pokemon
fucking.
Blood Red or something. Pokemon, what's a scary color? Pokemon Grey, actually, that's kind of cool. That's a liminal color.
Is there like an
Shit.
adjective we can throw on it? Like,
No.
what about
It
like
doesn't, doesn't look
morbid,
as scary enough
grey,
though.
I feel Pokemon Grey. I feel
green?
Maybe
Pokemon
maybe we
killed your
use
parent.
gray with two stripes of black that slowly fade into the gray from the like two sides. Like, I don't
Parents
know.
are-
I try
Where
to
does
show a
this- where does
concept.
this go?
I got, wait, I got it.
Maybe
I
in
got
the
it.
comments.
The weird thing was, the man at the EB Games insisted that this was the
Jesus
best version.
Christ!
It's weird though. Never seen that man working there before.
When he spoke backwards and in tongues. But I thought he had just had an aneurysm. I just shrugged.
Jesus. Maybe we need a recorder
I
that
walk up to
immediately
one of the
reverses
corpses
what
and
he's
push
been
A.
saying to it.
Expecting a dialogue box to open up, and one did. But it was blank, as though
With
the
playback,
programmers
you know?
had forgotten to type anything in. And
Oh,
that was
no.
when it happened. The Pokemon battle music started playing,
But backwards.
and all distorted.
Shit.
Eventually, I came to a crossroads. I could either go left or right. So I turned right, and as I got to the end of that path, there was another intersection. So I turned right. Eventually, I got tired. I went onto the dark net, and I started asking,
That's Fallout.
what's going
Keyboard
on?
more sounds.
And then someone finally replied, never go left. Luckily, till then, I had only ever gone right. And the username was just
H3LP.
This motherfucker is in a loop and they're like going left is right, isn't it?
M3.
This motherfucker. The first
I
troller.
logged back onto my Game Boy. I turned
The
left.
first online troller.
That's when it happened.
Yo.
I blacked out. In the game and in real life.
Okay, that is
I woke up the
creepypasta.
next day and I went outside.
No, I don't believe it.
I was suddenly in the cave in real life.
What the fuck?
I yelled out into the cave, hello? Is anybody there?
But all I heard back was echoes. As time went on, though, the echoes started to become more distorted.
It was surreal. It was more than surreal. It was liminal.
Kill me.
I love that that's a
They've
new
always got the
tag now.
priorities
That's a new
wrong,
tag,
yeah.
I came
liminal.
across
Love it.
several piles of bones.
It should
I
be in
bent
every
down
game.
over one of
Slightly.
the skeletons and
Because fuck! No, I'm not gonna spoil it. Because Phantom Liberty had some scary
Plus,
shit.
several piles of bones.
I bent down over one of the skeletons and I saw
I
in
hate
its pocket a
playing
journal.
Alien Isolation when I don't want to play Alien Isolation. But Alien Isolation is fun when you want to play Alien Isolation and are in it for the spooks. But not when you don't want.
Several piles of bones.
I bent down over one of the skeletons and I saw in its pocket a journal. I opened the journal and I read the first page. It said, "I'm so happy. Today I just bought my copy of Pokemon Gray."
All this is written down in a journal.
I flipped through the pages and then I found it. They said they found the
It's
truck too.
it's always the worst thing when you find the notes of someone who was in your situation and it's all bloody and like
They went into the
half-assed
cave as
and
well,
shit.
and
It's
now they're saying
between a
that they're
skeleton or
lost
some
in the
shit. Oh my
cave.
god.
This person's style of writing was familiar.
Oh my god.
My suspicions were confirmed when I got to the
me!
final page. All that it was hundreds and hundreds of scratchings that said, "Don't go left."
Then I saw it.
Oh,
they
God,
signed
it's like
their
Esteem-
name at the bottom of their last
Esteem
journal
works
entry.
goes by man.
H3LPM3.
That's when I realized it was saying I walked around in the game a little bit more until I saw the first human figure I'd seen in this cave.
Yo,
in the
what the
game.
fuck is with the
I started
long
to get
arms?
closer to Ash
That's-
but he wasn't usual. He was 18 feet tall.
Yo.
And his limbs were all very lanky, not like in the cartoons. Instead of, "I want to be the best," he said, "I want to kill everybody."
Shit. That's
As his face
cheese.
got closer, it was like my vision was overcome with TV static.
And I blacked out. When I woke up, I was in a strange, new place. It was still the cave, but in the distance, I could see lights like those of a hospital room. There was a hospital bed in the cave, and
that's it.
Ash Ketchum was in the hospital bed. I went over there to see what was going on, and as I got up right next to Ash, I realized he's been in a coma the whole time. Wait a minute. I had seen a theory about this.
When I looked back again, and I realized
What was it?
Ash had my face. One of his mouths just opened and it played like the garbled, creepy Pokemon cries.
Because we've done that 8 times. That's why we can't do that.
Suffocate.
But what if we did it at 9?
Kill
Might be
it.
more
Kill that
static. He
thing.
can't open his mouth and more static comes out like pristine
can!
garbage.
I blinked, and now I was in the bed, looking up. But I was no longer in the cave.
I was in the hospital. I had just
So-
woken up and my parents were around me. They said that I fainted.
I was looking around for my Game Boy Color, but I couldn't see it anywhere. I asked my dad, and he said, "It's at home, but we haven't even bought you a single game to play in it yet."
You've been playing an empty Game Boy the whole time.
This
How?
experience shook me to my core.
But
my dad
you're in
and
a
mum both
hospital.
reassured me
How-
that
there was no
everything would
Game
be
Boy.
all right. Anyway, this might be my last journal entry for a few weeks. Me and my parents are going to go on holiday tomorrow to visit New York City. Thanks, everyone. Dated September 10th, 2001.
Jesus Christ.
Hopefully. But there's a bug. And it's fucking. There's just one. There's always just one bug that pisses you off.
That's so stupid.
That's
A
fucked.
few weeks later, I was at a cafe out with my girl when all of a sudden I looked across the table and what I saw, it shocked me to my core. The guy from
Oh my God, no!
There, like Michael Caine giving like a knowing nod.
How is he looking at you, man?
Yeah. Like a pedestrian walks past and he's gone.
Fuck!
That's it. Yeah. Or
I
it's
would
got to be
run,
like a suspenseful
jump.
thing, like, think of what the ramifications for the whole world will be. So, over the years, I've tried to put that all behind me, keep it out of my memory. Maybe it really was all just a
great.
dream. Except,
Yeah.
one day, I was browsing the Pirate Bay,
Yeah.
and someone had uploaded the ROM, Pokemon Void Black. There it was, and it had been downloaded
3 billion times? That's a
I clicked on
pretty
it,
billion.
and the description was just an assy art picture of Ash Ketchum's face in the bed.
Pokemon Void
Exactly
Black.
how I remember
Give me
it.
grey,
I ran
motherfucker.
downstairs.
That's black.
I knew my dad liked to use the pirate bay. I went into his study. I burst through
No,
the door.
don't use Pirate Bay.
Don't
Use
play that
1337.
rum. But when I opened the door to his office,
.ws.
there was just a chair, an empty pile of clothes, and the ROM was open. He had gone to a liminal space. And I
Why
would
is he
never
not
see
pixelated?
him again.
All I heard was that familiar beat. Beep, 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 beep.
That was actually fucking
Thanks
good.
again to NordVPN. Don't forget to get a huge deal on our 2-year plan. Brought to you by NordVPN.
Thank you, Nord.
Exploration.
VPN. That was it! You finished with a great story, to be fucking honest. That scared the shit out of me. That's like when y'all Americans say, like, hold the flashlight and say, I'm not Americans. Everyone does it. Except us, I think. No one never told me a scary story over campfire. But that was nice. That was a good story. It had me hooked. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And let's go explore the space, everyone. Fuck the wars. Let's stop every war right now. Let's just stop it and go to the fucking stars. The fuck are we doing staying down here? It's so fucking hot. But yeah, see you all later.